This is where they feel most comfortable. This is where they took Atlanta to task yesterday, and we'll see if they're as effective here today.
Going to be running that composition we saw them use yesterday. Having that Mei for Urki, the Torb for Spectral. Going to see if they can bring Indy to their knees with it, much like they brought Atlanta, who was very confused, did not know how to break that hold, especially for second. Envy now seeing that composition, making them swap themselves, going here to some of those getting those spam heroes sharp. Ellie-Vote though, as they actually move them off the high ground.
Window opportunity too. Envy's going to take it. They immediately roll onto the point while the Bastion is resetting. And now we'll see if they can make something here of the Chaos. Stand one already going in from the back. The fire pressure in from the front. They had time to study this composition because it worked against him. And it fires down! Lulcious able to take him down. And the Titans deal with the first wave of attacks.
Incredibly good halt there for Lulcious, actually bringing fire back around the lip of that top high ground there, so they can finish him off there. For Envy, they need to sort of make a choice in how they're going to engage. It looks like they were trying to put Ellie-Vote and fire above them, but a better option would be potentially just pressuring the point, getting the spam from there. It looks like they're trying to encircle Angry Titans though, and get the engage.
The scary part here for Envy is that this is a type of composition that grows in power the longer it is, the more that you actually give them ults on top of what is an already pretty good mechanical setup. Envy would very much like to end this in the next fight or two. It's good damage coming in from the back. So far, the Titans are withstanding the Mortality Field, going to fall, but not before Crimzo does on the other side.
Crimzo down, he's gonna get caught in the main. Spectral also picking up Sharp, getting the headshot there with the left click. And Envy, they positioned Ellie-Vote and fire above them, but because of the Immortality Field, because of those picks in main, they can't get anything done. Sure, you're behind them, but you're not pressuring point. You're not putting any point presence to make Angry Titans move. They want you to shoot them. They want you to shoot their shield.
And more importantly right now, Jaro's been taking a long time to build EMP. We're already about 2 minutes in, and the EMP is not ready. It is so difficult to build EMP against these bunker-style compositions.
And you talked about it. You hit it exactly right. It's very, very tough to get the EMP there in a quick manner. So I was expecting Jaro to spend a lot more time pressuring the point with stand one, but so far they haven't done that. They are getting close to it though, so the engage is going to be possible. That barrage, EMP, the mines, it's all going to come up to that one fight, because if they don't get value then, that's a first hold very likely.
I like what Angry Titans is doing here. They're repositioning to the other side. They're not letting Envy get multiple attempts at the perfect engage for the left side. Now Envy has to figure out, how do we deal with the right-hand side? How do we get to the point safely? And all the while, time is ticking down. But EMP, now ready.
Force the ice block actually very early for Urki. He's gonna have to back off. There's the Torb turret going down. Mines used to lock off. These mines actually being cleared by Spectral with the lava. So smart actually. As Spectral gets two!
Flanking Torb doing work! He's blown up at the very end. Stand one, just gonna pile drive him on down. The resurrection up. Sharp back into fight, but here comes Emil in on the tank. Shots are coming in, but Envy is making this very threatening, and more importantly, Jaro still has the EMP.
Jaro still has the EMP. They use his Dragon Strike to try to zone there a little bit. Stand one very hurt, trying to pressure point, but while the Supercharger is out, it's extremely tough to get any value. There's the EMP, but is there any follow-up for Envy?
The EMP is there, and so is the fall through. Sharp just lunges on in, takes out Emil, and this is looking like Envy's gonna get point A, but this was a good defense from Angry Titans so far, and it's not done yet! The Tracer back in! They're actually fighting it back!
It's not done yet. You use the Nano for Avox. They survive the EMP. Lulcious taking down one. Avox sniping Crimzo there as well, and Spectral, he's come back on the Tracer. He gets the return back. Envy, they haven't found any value, and I talked about previously, if Jaro does not get that fight win with the EMP, we're looking at a first hold.
This is so bad for Envy. They almost had the point, but the comeback in on the Tracer, getting a key pick off before Envy can solidify. They've got 76%, but now you have Spectral going to the back. Pressure on the Tracer, forces Transcendence. That is excellent.
Huge trance push there. Urki now going to have that Blizzard. There's not going to be a Transcendence to keep anyone alive on the point. Right now, Spectral getting close to the Pulse Bomb here as well. The point presence is so strong for Titans. Envy, they need to set up Ellie-Vote. They need a Dragon Strike to zone because they have nothing.
The barrage in for the back. Envy desperately wants this, but that right there takes him on down. Still, 2 down for the Titans. Spectral, can he be the hero once more? Sharp starting to do heavy damage. Envy moving forward. The Pulse Bomb connects, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Sharp with another. He is mowing through the Titans right now.
The Spectral also picking up Crimzo, still alive here, trying to stay, but Sharp gets another. Sharp getting those cleanup kills. And Urki going down so early, actually going down to the barrage, the solo barrage from Ellie-Vote, was a great play. Removing the Blizzard, removing that win condition possibility from the Angry Titans.
Angry Titans, if there's any adjustment they need to make, they need to isolate Sharp. Sharp, regardless of what he has been on, has been such an enormous threat, particularly on the DPS flexes. He's not someone you can let just roam around and give free area to.
Envy now swapping here onto the Sombra Goats. Jaru about to have EMP. Titans still staying on this comp that we saw them use yesterday. They still have the Blizzard. They still have that Ana ult as well, as Urki just trying to get some zone on the back line.
You have the EMP out here from Jaru. Envy looking to solidify point B. Angry Titans, they drop the Blizzard, make a little bit of room. And Sharp down. They isolate Sharp early. That's quite good for the Titans. Sharp cannot be the hero here this time. Email on the Bastion, getting set up, and Envy looking like they're about to be repelled.
No, Envy should be losing this point, though they did get some ticks. There is no way they're going to win the fight from now. Evo out of the mech, the spawn advantage for the Angry Titans. But for Envy, the most important part is they got ticks. They have nearly 40% here on the point.
It's not bad to get the progress, but the Titans, again, are going to get stronger and stronger the more time they have to set up here in this composition. And remember, this wasn't a composition that Atlanta could even crack.
No, this was not a composition that Atlanta had a good time going against. For Envy now, since they could not snowball effectively and they're going to be kind of close to the nano boost, their goal is just to build another EMP, hopefully build up the rest of their ult charge, and continue to get point presence.
Envy going to go through the middle, try and rotate, but the wall cuts them off! It's getting real chilly here. Urki looking for the headshots on the other side. Envy going to be able to walk through, but again, good time being bought with the opportunity for pickoffs.
Good time being bought, but that was also excellent cooldown usage for Envy, making sure to use the barrier first. Then the defense matrix, they're on point now. This is where Envy wants to be.
They got this play again, but Urki's in a bit of danger here. Ice block already down, looking for the freeze, just stays on it. Bastion Nemo on the side, looking for it. Urki's already given up his life. Down goes Spectro. This is actually getting real dangerous here for the Titans. Bastion in tank mode, looking for Sharp, takes him down, 2 shots. But they still need to do a little bit more. Envy still threatening, 5 still around. And down goes Lelshish, and the sleep comes in, the Emil. Now, there's no Bastion threat. Envy with real pressure on the point. The May gonna be stalling. Emil, though, waking up from his nap, gonna be getting back and forth with Bastion. He needs to do something here and now. Stand 1 already down. The Bastion back in it, back on the point, and the Titans fighting.
Spectral staying alive that whole time, and even though Emil has been slept, taking a nice nap for the rest of that fight, he did have great presence up on the high ground, forcing Envy to deal with him, forcing them to commit the sleep there. But Envy once again getting more time, more progress here on the point. And look at this next fight. No defensive ults for Angry Titans. The EMP, the Shatter, the Bomb, the Beat. So many ults going to be up for Envy.
And this also means the Titans has to prioritize getting on the point more. They can't just use progress on the point as an extra level of currency. Someone must always be there.
Someone must always be there. Generally, it will probably be Urki or maybe even Spectral. See Jaro positioning right now. Envy are going to have to take another rotation. Actually, looks like they're just going to go from the high ground. Stand 1 isolated down. The wall is splitting them.
And this is so difficult for Envy because of the different positions that Titans have taken. What is the right route? All of them feel like losses, but they're going to use the EMP here, even in a rougher situation. I don't think that was the right time for it.
Not only was that not the right time, but Envy thought they could still win with the EMP bomb, and Urki hits the best wall I've seen in a long time, completely stops the bomb from getting past it. The Beat committed. Envy, they want to stay in this fight.
Well, you see Pat here, Amplification Matrix up, in the drop on down, Envy still threatening the point. Remember, someone must be touching the point at all times here. Urki, though, Crimzo back on the other side, able to delay on the point. And this is risky for the Titans, but they're still in a decent spot. They just need to make sure no one gets picked off.
I mean, Stand 1, he got the charge kill, but he took himself off the map. So while the fight was breaking down, there is no spawns for Envy. Envy is so far away. It's going to be Sharp that win. It has to come out in from the lower. Can they even touch? It is Stand 1 back here on the Hammond. He should get isolated, killed very quickly.
Full in overtime now, and the floor is lava. Envy, they have to touch the point. They go, maybe we don't really want to, but you have no choice. It's overtime. You got to get on in there. Emil still a threat over on the top. Spectral's down. Molten Core has faded. Envy so low on HP. Almost everyone is already down, but they have to throw bodies directly into the Bastion. It's not a great idea, but it's the only one they have. And the Titans, they're going to hold on point B.
I have to say, Envy, they made some questionable choices, but Urki's May and Fats Batiste have been phenomenal.
And right now, it's looking renewed for the Titans. Will they be able to take on Amura? We'll find out after the break. The Titans making their best argument that this might not be a sweep, that it will not be an easy road to the grand finals for Envy. A very good defense here on Hanamura that thoroughly confused Envy, much in the same way it did Atlanta a day ago.
Envy doing a better job of going against it, but they messed up extremely hard on that last push. They nanoed Elliot to keep him alive and bombed while nanoed, and they're already down one. Urki's May blocking the bomb. Urki's May has been spectacular for the Titans. Now, though, they're going to be on offense, so no May likely going to be seen. We're going to see a standard 3-3 for the Titans on this offense. Envy also running the same for the defense.
And for the Titans, victory condition is simple. Simply complete the map, and we will have ourselves a series. But Envy, if they're able to have a better hold, that will be it here and now. The Titans immediately moving forward, going to the right-hand side, and Emil, did he get demacked? No, he's not demacked.
Critical there for Emil to stay alive. So low, but managed to save. So now Titans have made the rotation. They're moving towards the point. You see the high ground. Elivote getting the boop. Actually removing Fat. Such a crucial boop for Elivote.
That was fantastic. It put Fat in a situation they could not recover. Beamed down by Sharp. Helps to build the Graviton. And the Titans now, they just need to wait for Fat to get back over to the point.
They do have to wait for Fat, but you see how Jaru's positioned near the choke. He's waiting with fire to try to catch Fat when he comes back into this fight.
Envy, they have more than enough time to prepare. Fat starting to move on forward, gonna rejoin his team. The Titans now take it directly to the point, looking for their early focus fire, and here comes Sam One, drops the hammer for Envy, back on the other side, going for the pin, takes down Urki, and Envy's defense here still looking good. Elevate though has been demaxed. There's still options here for the Titans. They think it's winnable. They're gonna use the Transcendence. They're gonna keep on the pressure, but all the while, Elevate might be back. Lulshish is down, and Envy looking as if they're gonna hold, and Elevate, he's gonna get that neck back.
Envy are gonna hold, and even though Titans do end up losing this fight, they committed their Transcendence, but they did remove Crimzos as well. So there is a chance to set up Spectral for the following fight to set up that grab. But committing the Trance when you're down a player once again, it's happened twice for Angry Titans. It's something that have to be worried about, but I think their goal in that instance was just to remove as a portal for Envy, which is exactly what they did.
The problem that they have though is that they're down to Transcendence as well, and Sharp has a grab, and Sharp usually the quicker trigger finger between the two Zaryas. Look at Sharp, he's set up here behind the door, just waiting for the Angry Titans to move on through. Let's see if the ambush is effective.
They haven't scouted him just yet. They're still waiting to come through. You see how far away Emil is. Emil's not even close.
And the Graviton is free. The trap has been set. Envy looking for the cleanup. They force out the beat on the other side. Envy, they'd be their own elbow. Takes on Lulshish, and the Graviton working here to Envy's advantage. They take down two. Titans, though, still fighting this fight.
There's no shield currently available, though, so Envy can back towards point. Crimzo is coming close to that Transcendence here again, 70% already. They can play slow because Titans, they can't have any point presence without Lulshish.
Not quite, but now things are getting grim here for the Titans. A minute 20 left to take point A. If they don't, EU will be eliminated here in the Atlantic Showdown. Envy opening with the early beat. Crimzo under pressure, transcends. Didn't like where that was going. Support ult overlaid just a bit. Lulshish with the pin on the other side. Jaru out of the fight, and the Angry Titans moving into point A.
And that is going to be capped. That's going to be first flip here for Angry Titans. Getting that first point, Sharp going to be trying to leave with his energy. He can't get staggered. You see the chase for Fat and Lulshish. They don't want Sharp to get out. Sharp actually going to have to jump off the map, knowing he can't. So Angry Titans, there's a real chance for them to move forward and look for the snowball because Crimzo, no ult, fire, no ult. Spectral has grab.
Goes both ways, though. You look at Sharp. He's just a few secondary fires away from getting a Graviton on his own. Spectral must grab first.
Spectral must grab first, and there must be cleanup from the Angry Titans because there's always a real chance that Sharp or even Sand 1 can use one of their ults to peel for the team. See this rotation going to be happening here for lower for Angry Titans. Try to reduce the amount of spam they tank, but now Elivote on the May, looking to split the wall.
Graviton coming up here. Elivote, though, a bit out of the fight. Envy in danger. The focus fire coming in. Stand 1, does he gotta live? Spectral's down, so is Lulshish. And Stand 1, he falls, but it's too little, too late. Envy has likely done enough here to hold the Titans off.
It's going to be extremely close. I think Angry Titans realizing that Lulshish is already down. They don't have the rally. There's no way to really properly pressure the point. Urki going to be there, going to be trying to be focused. They're getting point presence, they're getting time, but they're stuck on lower. There's the debuff on Emil. It's done. They can't win this fight.
The Titans need to reset. The one good thing for the Titans, though, they still have 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. They have time to work with, but a good amount of that time is just going to have to be dedicated to getting to a way better ult position.
They do have time. For Angry Titans, that was their chance to snowball push. It was a good wall from Elivote, a great grab from Sharp as well to hit the peel. But like we talked about, their whole goal from there on is eco pushing, building ults, removing ults for Envy, but Envy knows this as well.
So Envy, we'll see how they manage their economy from here on out. The Titans, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Will it be a map victory in a continued series, or will it be an all-NA grand final? That is a question that we are looking to answer here.
Emil sitting in main, looking to potentially pressure the high ground, maybe even go for the boop, as now rotate onto the bridge. Urki isolated along with Spectral, but no follow-up really possible for Envy. They don't want to go across the gap there because they know the wall was going to end very soon.
Titans going directly up the middle. Emil dropping bomb. It's a sneaky positioning. What's it going to get? Doesn't get what he's looking for. Blizzard on the point. Envy using it for space. Lelshish falling early. And Envy with a good 6v5. Stand one under a bit of pressure, but this favors the defense so much.
No, it is. Lelshish is already down. There's no grab, but also Sharp deciding to commit the grab when there was no Transcendence even available for AVOX. They were down. Lelshish, questionable grab for Sharp. It cleans up the fight. And Angry Titans, I think they were going to be unhappy with that push if AVOX had committed Trance and not saved Lelshish, but now that the grab is out, they could be a lot happier.
They could be happier, but on the same note, I think the main reason why Sharp decided to use a grab there is that AVOX, of course, used Transcendence, and I think Sharp has more faith in his ability to get the Graviton back up more quickly, and AVOX will have a Transcendence of his own.
Angry Titans actually putting Emil now onto the Sombra. There's going to be no diva at all for the Angry Titans, so their goal here, when they look at this Mei, they want to potentially get hacks on there, remove all those cooldowns, remove the walls, remove the blizzards, and build up an EMP for one fight. Their goal here when they look at a Sombra is one fight they need to win.
And you can build it up in 2 minutes. Early wall split coming out here from Envy. The Titans threatening. They'd love to get even a little bit on the point. Used to beat early. Lelshish with the shatter to the heart of Envy right in the back. Gets a pin on the other side. Envy gonna need to burn some serious ults here to stay alive. But stay alive they will. AVOX is down. Envy still healthy. Jaru falling, but the Titans need more. You see Spectral working on the outskirts. Lelshish already down. It's going to be Crimso falling, but this is dangerous for the Titans. They need more. They cannot fight one for one. They need to be decisive. They're doing just that. Emil on the flank takes out another two, and the Titans at firm control.
Emil, Spectre, and Urki, they're just playing so tight. They're getting value. There's the Blizzard, the EMP out. They need to get rid of Elimo. They need to kill him. He can't be allowed to live. He isn't, but the spawns are here. The rally's out. I don't know if this fight is at all winnable. I don't think it is.
But right now, it's Urki gets another two, and the Titans, they are committing. They're not backing down. There's a minute left, but they're saying we don't need that minute. We're going to win it here and now. 33% is theirs. Envy struggling to get back onto the point. Spawner after spawner falling, and the Titans will take Hanamura, and just one more moment to stall. Still coming out.
This is going to be the grab going out, but the Trance is up for AVOX, and Urki, Emil, and Spectral. Hero plays. Emil on that Sombra, hero plays. That is cap. It is done. We're going to another map.
Angry Titans. The Angry Titans avoid the sweep. They know that the crowd here expects more of them than that. And they deliver on a map that has been made absolutely theirs, a map that they've shown unrivaled strength on, and something that they go to when a series is looking grim. So they've shown that Envy can bleed, but it's still quite a ways to go. They still have to go and complete the reverse sweep, but that was step one.
Step one, and if there's one group of people I think that can push Angry Titans up the rest of these steps now, after seeing that performance on Hanamura last, Urki, Emil, Spectral, 3 people versus the world versus the spawn advantage, and they played it perfectly. Urki just did not die at any point. Emil had the EP, even if the EP didn't get a lot of value, he was still getting those picks, he was still getting those crucial hacks. I have never seen a 3-man just trio do so much on Hanamura last alone.
It was gutsy play for the Titans to stay in it. They never gave up. They're not giving up yet. Will they be able to turn the tide of the series? We'll find out soon.
So I'm a bit disappointed and let down by my team. I kind of finished my bit of the puzzle like immediately within 10 seconds, and we've been struggling ever since. So come on, boys, finish line. Woo! Done.
Things are heating up here at the Atlantic Showdown. The hope of EU, the Angry Titans, the champion of EU Contenders, saying that they will not be swept. They take Hanamura, and they keep the series alive. And when I say it's heating up, that is not a figure of speech. We are actually sweating right now.
We are very hot, but also it's extremely cool on Hanamura because Urki's Mei, his Brigitte, I have actually never seen more impact from a player on those particular roles in a long time. And that fight to turn Hanamura last between him and Emil, the perfect focus fire, was exactly what you need to turn a fight like that when the spawn advantage is everything against you. The question is, moving forward for Angry Titans, Hanamura has shown to be a pocket pick for them. It is a pocket pick. They know their compositions they want to play. They know the heroes they want to play. Can they continue to move forward now as we go to Rialto with equally valid compositions?
Well, we're going to find out. I mean, one key thing here, of course, is that they don't get to choose maps anymore. Envy gets map choice from here on out because, of course, if the series is to continue, the Titans must continue to win, which means that Envy will continue to get map selection as the loser of any given map. So no longer can they go to a pocket pick where they have a whole bunch of strategies saved up. However, we have no idea if Rialto is something that they have something special for. There is a world where Envy could have picked a map that Angry Titans are actually hoping that they would pick. So we won't find out until the map begins, but it is the Titans just hanging on for dear life.
And for them, remember, this is all about EU continuing forward in the Atlantic Showdown, potentially earning back the gauntlet spot that has been lost earlier from British Hurricane being eliminated. There is a lot riding on this for them. Because in A, no matter what, they have 3 gauntlet spots. Yeah. They could potentially leave with 4. The question is now for EU is, can they continue to move forward and earn back a potential gauntlet spot?
And that's important, right? Because even though winning here at the Atlantic Showdown does not get you into the gauntlet as a team, the more spots your region has, of course, the easier it's going to be for you to make the gauntlet in the next contender season. So not only are you fighting for yourself, you're fighting for your region as a whole. But now we move to Rialto, where Envy is going to try and put the Titans away and make it an all-NA grand final.
And remember, Angry Titans are looking to equalize here if they win this map. We are going to map 5. Angry Titans obviously looking to get this win here. Very likely we might see some more interesting comp switches here from them on Rialto, our escort. Looks like Angry Titans on the defense. They're actually be running Emil on this Ashe. We've seen them play this before. This Ashe Goats, having Emil play the high ground. It's very hard for the D.Va to effectively lock him down. You can utilize the high ground, build the Bob, use the Dynamite to control chokes.
And this is one of the best spots for Ashe in the entire game. Not quite the best, I think that would be Horizon, but a lot of areas for good Dynamite placement. But it does put a lot of pressure on Emil.
So you're going to see Envy moving forward. Emil almost sniped by Crimzo.
Gotta watch out for the Zenyatta.
Here comes the push for Envy. The bubble's used as well. Fat just using that amp to bring his team back. Every time he's going to play the corner now, giving up this high ground.
And this is a good exchange for Envy. Envy gets a lot of positioning just off the early pressure coming from Crimzo, but look at stand 1. Almost bursted down. Envy must be careful on the approach because the Ashe does give more burst damage.
The Ashe has a lot more long-range damage, a lot of burst damage. You see Elliot going to be on the card here, putting the pressure for Envy as they move up onto the high ground. Emil, there's no high ground for him right now. He's waiting to move if necessary. The Dynamite going out, a lot of presence onto stand 1 shield.
And look at Envy's health right now. This is the power of the Ashe poke from the side. They're all quite low. The Titans moving forward. They know they have the edge. The Dynamite again, striking deep into the back. But Envy, they're just going to take a moment to relax, heal up, and try again.
So they need to find a way to break through this choke, to find a way to pressure Emil out so he can't get that free damage as they enter here again. Moving forward, Elliot already below half HP.
They're looking for right now Emil under pressure. Gonna bring out the Bob! And Bob enters the fray, forces out the Transcendence here from Envy. Titans with a bit more pressure. The Shatter coming in. Gonna knock down Fat, but nothing else. This is something the Angry Titans can play around. Graviton up from Spectral. He's gonna lob it in immediately. Envy, they don't have the Transcendence anymore. The Dynamite over the top, and the Titans will hold.
Fire just did not have that beat just yet. The grab coming out a little bit earlier for Spectral after the Transcendence were traded. So no beat means no way to survive through. The cleanup was there for Angry Titans. They can reset up their hold. They can put Emil back on the high ground if they want. And still a lot of ults available for Titans as well. Fat's going to have to beat Urki another rally.
And also, this is the most effective that Ashe has looked for the Titans all weekend long.
Envy now coming forward here from main. We'll have their beat, we'll have their grab. There is no Transcendence for Apox, and since there's no D.Va, grab becomes a lot easier to land for Sharp. The question is, can they burn through both the support ults for Urki and Fat?
Sharp has to adjust playstyles, by the way. He went out as he normally did and almost just got put into a grave by Emil. That is the power of the Ashe in the backline. But Sharp has the Graviton, goes in for it, telegraphs it, and connects. The barrier in from Envy. And we got force out the barrier on the other side. Titans for now, shrugging off. Walsh just dropping the hammer, knocks down enough, and Sharp is out of the fight.
Sharp's out of the fight, Urki's on the ground with the transfuse for AVOX. The bomb is gonna catch anyone. The charge is out, but no, they've committed their ult. Another big ante for Crimzo, but it's done. The bomb's out. This fight's over.
I'm not even sure they need the bomb, but why not be sure? Force Envy out in all ways. And I got news for you. The Angry Titans are a minute 14 away from a first point hold here in Rialto.
And they're making it work with their composition. Crimzo has made this swap onto Ana, as you see. Their goal is, when there's no D.Va on the field, nothing to stop the heals from Crimzo, nothing to stop the sleeps, nothing to stop the antes. So Crimzo becomes a lot deadlier, but without a Transcendence, without the Discord Orb, it's a lot harder to get that focus fire.
Envy gonna be looking for a way through. They have to use the nano boost here as the main mover. A lot of pressure on stand one, but already the grab. It's a super early grab here by the Titans. Force out the nano early. Spectral and Sharp both out of it. Both teams down to Zarya. Stand one, drops a fire strike. And now Envy getting a little bit more. The nano boost highly effective. Sets up the shatter, and Envy will break the blockade. They get point A.
Envy will not be first held there, and Crimzo getting tons of value there from both the nano boost and the nade, keeping everyone alive. And when stand one is nanoed, he's free to walk forward, get that damage, and then just drop the shatter to finish the fight.
Still very good time being bought by the Titans. Even though they would have liked to have gotten the first point hold, 2 minutes and 44 seconds, not leaving a lot of time for Envy to get through what is often one of the hardest areas in the game to get through.
And with no grab, AVOX has a free Transcendence if they desire. They'll also have the rally and a shatter of their own. So there's plenty of options for Titans to initiate and enable Lulsish.
Particularly when they can play the high ground here. We're turning the corner, especially if you're running 3-3, gives the defending team a lot of advantage. Envy, of course, going to be looking to break that advantage. This is probably the best area to engage point B early. Once they turn the corner, it gets a lot harder.
Titans is going to be playing this corner. Bat and Emil now on the D.Va, just holding this high ground. There's the rally from Murky. They're trying to set up Lulsish. The amp is out. Can they get anything? No, because Envy running away, now going to be beat in.
And that was a tough beat for Envy. They thought that it was going to end up pretty badly for them. Instead, the beat is thrown into another. Shatter coming in from Lulsish and does not do what he wants. Envy able to shrug it on off. Transcendence in from the Titans. The Titans, they used that earlier, trying to focus on Elevote, and they're going to get that back, but instead, just going to self-destruct. He's going to be able to remake. Meanwhile, Sharp goes for the opportunistic grab on the other side, and Sharp is leading the way here for Envy. They get two off of Sharp going to the back.
Sharp seeing the opportunity, honing in like a shark would do. Sharp the shark would do with blood in the water. Realizing that AVOX had used that trance earlier, he can move to the back line. Emil isn't with the team, set up the grab on AVOX.
Very smart stuff from MB, especially from Sharp, to just notice, hey, I can ignore the front line, go to the back. Envy has gone through one of the toughest areas on Rialto, and they still have 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go.
Managing to bring it there. What was a questionable, a rough first, as AVOX gets an early snipe onto Fire, though. Gonna delay this push. Angry Titans can move forward, control the cart. Envy gonna need to back up.
It's quite nice for Angry Titans. Gives them a lot of room to work with, and they're going even deeper. And perhaps they've gone too deep. Bat unable to get away, and this is gonna backfire on them. Sharp going forward, already two. He senses the blood in the water. He's moving in, has three. Sharp leading the charge here for Envy. Make it four.
Sharp probably going to end up getting another no. Jaru going to take that in the end. And it's all set up from the pressure. They lose Fat so early, and then Fire can bring the rest of his team forward, enable that shatter after killing Lulsish. So that is a huge shatter for Stand 1. Envy in control, moving forward. The forward hold completely broken. Though there will be double support holds available for Angry Titans.
This is the power.
What is this grab? The grab completely whiffed, trying to catch Sharp. They thought they could snipe him, but it completely missed.
That Graviton, a total disaster here for the Titans. But now they're going to have to win, minus the grab. They used rally early, looking for the pressure. They force out the Transcendence, but guess what? Sharp didn't waste his grab. Sharp with the grab directly to the back. The Titans, a bit of danger. They have to use the bomb to cover. Envy looking the other way, but there comes Lulsish, the hero. Knocks down four. The Titans will not be giving up point C yet.
And what looked like disaster, saved by Lulsish. They also still have that double support hold, so they were fine to sustain the fight. But I bet Spectral has to be kicking himself, but not too hard. Already 60% to another grab.
Well, I mean, the issue there for Spectral is that essentially he forgot his wallet, he forgot his cash, and all his teammates, they had to pay for him there because he didn't bring the Graviton to the fight.
Oh, it's like us in Germany so far.
Yes.
How you don't remember your PIN, I have to pay for you everywhere, huh?
Look, I forgot my debit card in the States. What do you want from me?
It
But
would be like that.
as we go into it, the Titans are now in a very good spot. 1 minute left here for Envy. They can just build up to the Graviton. They'll have the tools they need.
Envy now going to be looking to move forward. They will have Bomb. They're coming up on the beat. So there is possibilities. While there's no support for Titans, if they get a shatter, if they get a beat, they can engage, try to split with Elio's Bomb. You see them doing that right now.
Self-destruct Used here by Envy. Gonna buy them a bit of position, but not gonna touch. Stand 1 is down. Stand 1, a little bit too deep. Elshish gonna fall on the other side, but still better for the defense. Envy, they're deciding to commit now. They use the barrier. Graviton in though by the Titans on their side. Transcendence. Urki gonna rally in turn. Elshish gonna be back to the fight real soon. Envy working on a timer right now. Stand 1 will not be back quite as fast, and they're gonna need to back up and wait for Stand 1, but Sharp cannot retreat quick enough.
And this is a disastrous fight for Envy. They decided to stay in. They thought they could win, but even with the late transfer of Crimzo, they didn't have the spawn advantage. They didn't have anyone to clean up. Sharp, if he had gone and grabbed, maybe it was possible, but 8 seconds left in the cart. Can Envy even touch without fire?
This is gonna be real dangerous. Even if Envy can touch, they're gonna be sacrificing life the first with their elbow, but that completely ruined back. Cannot get there in time.
Angry Titans keeping EU's hopes alive. No full cap gonna be happening for Team Envy.
They are staying angry here, and we'll see how angry they can get. We'll be back in just a moment. The Titans are staying angry. The idea of a reverse sweep, more of a possibility than Envy fans ever wanted to consider here. If the Titans are able to go from point A to the end of point C, we will be going to a final tie-breaking map. It's looking good for the Titans here, but now we have to see if their offense can move up to the billing.
Angry Titans gonna be rolling out on this Sombra Goats. Emil gonna be on that Sombra, Envy playing the regular 3-3. So for Titans, when you look at first, their goal here is to try to win a fight without the EMP, if possible, because of the ability for how spawn close is for Envy to come back and contest. If you don't have EMP for the second fight, very unlikely you can continue to move forward.
Well, Emil already heading to the back, looking to build the EMP, going for the old school Sombra strategy, not the pocket the Sombra, but old Sombra, before the age of Element Mystic.
Old Sombra. See, a lot of damage actually, almost catching fire there. AFox getting some good damage now, having the Discord of Under Crimzo trying to keep him pressured.
Look at the pressure of Stand 1 in real danger. Being the backup in a hurry, Titans going to gladly take the space that has been created here. Envy being the backup. The poke war for running the Sombra. Quite good for the Titans so far.
The poke war has been good, but Stand 1 getting close to that shatter. They're going to try to enable it, try to win the shield war, because remember, no Diva.
Falls just down. And now Stand 1, he builds a shadow. It's going to be clear. Stand 1 falls to the other side. I don't think that's going to be enough. Crimzo on the cleanup. And Titans need to reset, but in the chaos, look at what Emil was doing. Emil at 80%. And dead, but still 80%.
Still 80%. And for Envy, when you see this Sombra comp, for them, they know that they're trying to get the poke war, they're trying to get the EMP out. And they're putting a lot of pressure onto Lolsters because there's no Diva to eat that damage. His shield pressure is going to be much better for Envy while he holds on Diva of his own. Though it has to get remech.
So this all comes down to Emil. He is the linchpin for the Titans here.
Crimzo, though, has a very fast trance. There is a trance available.
Shatter coming out real early for Stand 1. It knocks down AFox, but the Titans still totally fine. Only the rally used here so far. The EMP armed and ready. The key to the Titans for taking the point. They're going to drop the EMP immediately, but while the grab is in, they're down 1 in Urki. It's not great. Crimzo had an excellent transcendence to keep Envy all alive. And now the Titans are in a much worse situation. I think Emil might swap.
They're also going to commit the grab here. They want to stay in this fight. Bull's just getting a pin.
Why?
Spat using beat. The fight's done.
Why have you done this, Titans? This could be a full backfire.
That is disastrous. That is absolutely disastrous. There's no other way to put it. Committing shatter, committing beat. The fight was very far done. The grab.
That That was just the stuff that makes Overwatch coaches turn over in their sleep at night. The stuff of nightmares.
I can see the Angry Titan staff just spinning in circles, currently tunneling their way through the earth.
You can make a perpetual motion machine from OptiDocs right now.
He is absolutely not happy with that play. So now Angry Titan's coming up onto the high ground, completely drainable. It's only Avox going to be close to the trance, but they know that Sharp doesn't have grab, so there is an opening potentially for Avox to use this trance aggressively, remove ults from Envy. No, there is no grab.
Well, the Titans are in a tough spot, a minute 12 to take point A. They're throwing away a lot of their resources, but now here's the time for a hero player. They're gonna move forward, Stand 1, under a lot of heavy pressure. He'll put with the bomb, makes Stand 1 the space he needs to stay alive. Transcendence invested here by the Titans, beat by Envy on the other side. It's going to be a wash, and Envy still with more resources. Transcendence of their own coming on up. Stab 1, dropping the hammer, knocks down 3, and the Titans might be down to their final fight. EU is on the line.
Down to their final fight. The rally invested for Jaro. This is actually okay for the Titans since they got the rally out of Jaro there late, so they won't be having to be able to next fight. Urki can use it to keep them alive. The question is, though, can Fat get a beat? Because if Fat gets beat, they can live through Sharp's grab. There's no Transcendence on the field anymore, or maybe Emil eats it.
The hopes and dreams of an entire region rest on this final fight. Can the Angry Titans extend Rialto, or does Envy end it here and go for the rematch against the vaunted Fusion University? It all comes down to this.
Angry Titans going to be coming here from the high ground. The crowd chanting on for them, hoping this isn't where they get held. Moving forward, the last second ticking down, still just trying to build that beat. 90% for Fat. They are going to have Emil on card.
Overtime is in progress, and the Titans, they feel the pressure. Fat taking a fire strike. And
he has beat. Avox has trance. They can live through this. They can take this fight.
They bubble Lolshish, they move forward. Lolshish now vulnerable. Envy, the dive, the shatter coming in, hits no one. Lolshish does not hit anything. The graviton in from Spectral. The transcendence here from Envy. The bomb from Elva right in the middle, takes down Spectral. Envy up 1. The Titans flying piece by piece. North America on the verge of going to an all-NA Grand Finals. Envy, they're gonna do it. The Titans moving forward. Does return to land? They're not! EU is eliminated. It is Envy versus Fusion University in all-NA Grand Finals.
All-NA Grand Finals. EU is gone. And when we see that fight, Angry Titans played that so well, waiting for their ults. They didn't overcommit. But then they double support ulted. They double support ulted ZP. They were panicked. They were thinking they were going to go down. But without having that second support ult, without having the sustain for later on in the fight, there's no way they could have achieved victory from there. And that is going to be Team Envy moving up to the grand finals to face Fusion University in the All-NA Atlantic Showdown Finals.
Really tough stuff for Angry Titans at the end, where the beginning of Rialto was looking so good. They had the right situation in all ways. But then that one fight, just so many resources thrown into the ether because Sharp was able to get such a good early graviton before the EMP was invested, and it just fell apart from there. But the Angry Titans, they made it a show, and EU might be eliminated, but I have to say, the Angry Titans still look pretty strong.
They came back, at least they came back rallied for yesterday, and also put up a performance here today. I would make the argument 100% that if Titans just kept their composure and had had a little bit clearer shot calling there, didn't invest those ults in that one disastrous fight, this would be a very different match, potential match 5 that we were looking at. But that one play, crucial. And even then, they salvage it again through some great play. Smart shot calling, making sure not to invest too many ults, not to go over aggressive. But then they double support ult, just ult economy, ending it for them.
And we have to give credit to Envy, where Envy was not only well-coordinated across the board, standout performances from Sharp, and of course Stand 1, who had the move in for Trill and adapt on short notice. It was well executed by Envy, and even though Fusion University is an intimidating opponent, and even though they lost to Fusion University yesterday, I have to wonder if today will be slightly different because Envy is looking very much on their game.
They are. They're looking much stronger today. They hopefully found the mistakes they made previously and are looking to move forward there into that grand final and potentially bring down Fusion University.
Fusion University, of course, not a team to be intimidated, but to give us a little bit of insight into Envy's victory here for NA, we got Anna with an interview over to the left.
Thank you, ZP and Avast. I'm here with Krefeld from Team AV, so make some noise. Congratulations on your win, and you just ended EU's last hope. How do you feel about it?
I'm glad we got the little kids out of the way. Now the big boys can play.
Ooh. Okay, and next you face Fusion University on an NA versus NA. Do you have some words for them?
Yesterday we were rough, but today we're ready.
We'll see. Thank you so much, Crimson. And let's go back to ZP and Avast.
It's gotten a little bit crowded here on the desk, but you know what? We couldn't let go of just Crimson. We had to talk to some other key members of the MV team. Of course, we're joined here by Stan One and Sharp. And Sharp, I gotta open with you. What a fantastic series.
Yeah, I think we played our game good, and if we keep this up, I think we can win against Fusion.
So I guess the question for both of you is, how do you feel moving in to face Fusion University? Do both of you feel confident? Are you ready to play?
Yeah, I think we're playing our game way better today. I think we have a way better chance today to win.
Way better chance today to win. Okay. And is there anything, you would think that Angry Titans, did they just have an off day versus you, or do you just think you guys are just way better than them?
I think we're better.
Just way better.
And for Stan One, I have to ask, you came to the team short notice. How did it feel to work here with Envy and just have this level of performance?
Very excited.
Very exciting. Well, that's good. You had big shoes to fill. And do you think you've stepped up? Do you think you had a very good series right there? Because I think you had a great series, Stan One.
Play good?
It's a little loud here in the arena. It's tough for us to
but
hear on the couch.
When I play with Fusion Uni, I will be better.
You'll be better. Oh, he's making a promise right there. And what's the scoreline going to be? Sharp, Stan One. What's the scoreline going to be for Grand Finals? Is it going to be the 4-0?
I think it'll be close.
It'll be close.
But we'll win.
But you'll win in the end. Okay, that's good to hear.
It's the confidence you need as champions. Where, of course, remember, Envy, you guys were undefeated in the regular season. You lost to Fusion University yesterday, but what better time than to avenge the loss now?
Feels good.
And I guess for one final question as well, what adjustments have you made? Is there particularly, do you think you've fixed your issues? You said earlier, I think it was Fire or maybe Jaro that said you weren't playing your game. Is that really just going to be your focus moving in, is just playing your game?
Yeah, I think today we listened to each other way better, played with ults better, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
All right, guys, well, we're going to give Envy some well-deserved rest. We're not going to throw them in against Fusion University right away. They're going to take their time, rest up, and the grand final will be coming at you very soon.